What's up, everybody, and thank you for listening to Mastering the Mindset. My name is Dariusdotch, and I'm an actor, hip-hop artist, and fitness and life coach. And I'm here to personally help you train and improve your mindset so that you can, 1, become the best version of yourself mentally, and 2, gain focus and motivation to be able to take action and achieve the success in life that you want and deserve. Before we get started, please like and subscribe to my channel, and at the end of this episode, if you liked it, please share it with a friend or a loved one or someone who would benefit from hearing this message. I'm so glad you're here, and I'm ready to go on this journey with you, and that journey begins now. All right, and welcome back to another episode. Welcome back to another episode of me recording this on camera. If you're listening on whatever podcast platform you may be on, and if you want to watch along with me, I put the link in the description. I'm trying to grow this podcast, and having visual content and being available on YouTube, that's a must, right? So here I am, stepping outside my comfort zone, and we'll be talking a lot about that. Today, let's talk about why change is so damn hard. And I want to start off with a quote from this book I found called The Brain Revolution by Dr. Evian Gordon. And in this book, he talks about why change is hard. He says that any attempt to change or alter habits is interpreted as a threat to the brain 100% of the time. Any attempt to change the habits that you have are interpreted as a threat 100% of the time. So if you have some habits you want to change, you can't just guess ways and get past it. You can't guess how to change it. Now, also in this book, Dr. Gordon says you need to have targeted, systematic, and immense approaches to do so. So your brain thinks that change is a threat. And why does it think this? And it's important to understand how your brain works, especially if you're on this journey of personal development. If you know how the brain works, then you can find ways to hack your brain and get the most out of growth and changing yourself into the person you want to be, into the kind of person who can achieve those goals you have. So your brain views change as a threat. Why? Because your brain only wants to keep you alive. And your brain knows that everything that you're doing right now is keeping you alive. The habits that you have, that you've created, are keeping you alive. Therefore, any changes to those habits are viewed as a possible outcome of death. And I've spoken on this several times before, but your brain wants to stay in your comfort zone. And this is why it's so hard to get out of a comfort zone. It's why it's so hard for you to push past what you think is possible, because your brain wants to shut off. It literally does. The good thing is that it's not impossible to push yourself outside of your comfort zone. It's very, very possible. As a matter of fact, it actually could be way easier than it is. You just have to stop thinking and just do it. You don't have to believe in yourself in order to get things done. Just take the action. But your brain thinks everything that's different, everything that's outside of the normal routine of your life is a threat. For example, now we all know that if we make more money, we won't die. We know that if we are more successful, it ain't gonna kill us. But our brain doesn't know that. Our brain knows one thing. It knows that everything you've done has gotten you to where you are right now. And where you are right now is alive and breathing, right? And that's all that your brain cares about. This is why it's so hard for so many people to pursue dreams and goals and go after that life of making more money, of being more successful. Their brain has built this safe place for them, right? And the fear of change or something different holds them back, and it causes fear or laziness or lack of drive, right? You are in a fight against your brain. Your brain is keeping you from getting up and doing what needs to be done and making changes, because changes bring the unknown, and the unknown is scary because it is the unknown, and it could cause you to die. Change is hard because your brain wants you to be safe. Now, I've personally been trying to find ways to get out of my comfort zone. Obviously, one way is this podcast being recorded on camera. This is only my second recording on camera. And like I said last episode, I'm outside my comfort zone. And not just because I'm uncomfortable recording myself, but this is more work for me. The recording part is actually the easy part. I just 3, 2, 1 it, right? Or 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I count down from 5 and just do it. I don't think about it. I just go. And I try to do that as much as I can when I'm in a position of having to step outside my comfort zone, because you can't allow your brain time to think and ponder and visualize all the negative outcomes and reinforce all your fears. Just calm down and go. And I know you're probably thinking, but Dotch, ain't you an actor? Don't you get up on stage or in front of the camera and act all the time? Yep, I sure do. But this is way more vulnerable. These are my words, my points of view, my brand, me. I'm not acting. This ain't a character. This is me. And yes, one thing I could do, which a good friend of mine who's a singer says that when she is out and having to be out in front of people and publicly speak and publicly perform, she envisions it as her being in character, which I've done that before. When I perform my music live, my live music, 100%, I put on my energy and the way I'm jumping around and working the stage, 100%. And I could do the same thing here on this podcast. Maybe I am to a certain extent right now, but it's still me. It's still Darius Dotch as a real person. Anyway, but like I said, the hardest part ain't actually recording myself. It's the extra work, setting up the lighting, the editing, the uploading. I have to upload this video to multiple editing platforms before it's ready, before it's done. And I had previously been in a comfort zone with this podcast, right? I looked up and I realized, damn, I'm over 200 episodes in. Over 200 episodes. And I ain't recording not one on camera? And I want to grow this thing? No, that's not acceptable, right? So here I am. Like I always say, I'm on this journey with you. And like I said last episode, even though I'll never put out anything that I'm not proud of, at the same time, I understand that these first recorded episodes won't be good. I know I'm going to look back after a while at these first ones and it's going to be cringeworthy to me. Like it always has been, right? For every other thing I do. But that just means I got better. And I cannot wait to see what the better version of this looks like. But I had to start with this first step first. And side note, I don't know if y'all can see on camera, but for some reason, all of a sudden in my house, all these fruit flies came out of nowhere. So you maybe can see them, but they've been flying around and I got these bright lights on and it's like really attracting them. I see like 5 damn fruit flies and it is annoying me. Anyway, let me keep going. So I want to say this to you. If you're in the comfort zone, if you don't push yourself to get out of your comfort zone as much as you possibly can, your dreams will die there. The comfort zone is where dreams go to die. So, did you see that? Sorry if you listening in on a podcast platform, a fruit fly just landed on my eye. Anyway, try this again. And I'm going to keep this in because you know what I'm saying? It don't got to be perfect, right? I preach that all the time. Nothing has to be perfect. Nothing is perfect. Just keep going. Anyway, so do this. Think about your biggest dream. The biggest thing in life you want to accomplish. What's that one thing that you dream about? And think about where you are right now. Do you honestly think you can accomplish that big ass dream without ever feeling uncomfortable? It's a dream because you haven't made it happen yet. You haven't made it happen yet because it ain't easy. Because if it was easy, then it wouldn't be a dream. So don't you think you're going to have to do things that you haven't done before in order to get the things you've never had? Your comfort kills your ambition. It's the reason why you can spend hours a day looking at your phone and scrolling and watching videos and going down a rabbit hole of whatever the hell we be looking at. It's because it's easy. It's comfortable. It's not hard. But if I stay there, it's going to kill all the ambition I have in this world. Now, there's a quote I came across. It says, you're either green and growing or you're brown and dying. You either green and growing or you brown and dying. You either growing yourself mentally, physically, emotionally. Are you doing new things? Are you pushing yourself to be better? Are you learning new things? Are you working on your body? Are you eating right? Or are you just staying stagnant, doing the same things you do every day? Are you getting up, going to work, coming home, eating, and then going to bed? Is that your daily routine every day? Is that what life has become for you? And there's nothing wrong with having a 9 to 5 and your life and schedule being set. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, If that's all your life is, if you're not trying to grow in any way, if you're just stagnant and sitting on the couch every single night and doing nothing, if you're not out there trying to get more out of life in some way, shape, or form, then you're brown and dying. I'm sorry, but that's just the truth. Now, we all know those people who are stuck in their ways, who are never going to change. You know that person, right? They are who they are and they know it. Think about them. Do you want to have that mindset? Now, I don't even know who that person is in your life, but I can guarantee you don't want to be like them, because those people are usually bitter, usually negative, moody, and always finding ways to be pessimistic about something. And I don't want that for you. I want you to get the most out of life, right? I want you to take control of the way you think and get comfortable being uncomfortable. And these things take time. It's not going to be easy, but I guarantee if you work at it, if you make the effort and dedication to it, you will see a big difference in your life. I guarantee it. So that's what I got for you today, man. Hopefully you enjoyed this message I had for you. Please, like I always say, share this on social media. Hopefully this is easier to share it if you are watching on YouTube. That's a click of a button. Share it. Also, if you can, make a donation. This is a donation-driven podcast, and you help me keep this thing going. So thank you again. And like I always say, let's get it in.